What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP right up in here, team. This is the 3-hour time frame, and I'm noticing here that we are starting to kind of converge within this. This actually makes me a little bit nervous. It makes me actually feel like it wants to make a little bit of a move, right? So if it is the case that it wants to make that move, then I do think that we have something in line here that's going to be pretty damn special, because that move is actually that could be based around bullish pennant, right? So if it is a bullish pennant, right, we would need some declining volume, which is kind of there. We're also getting some converging price, right, which is kind of there as well. Man, I'm just saying we could be ready here for something. But I wanna go over some critical. Well, I'm gonna go over some things that are very pertinent to me. Okay, well, number one, the momentum channels strategy, actually the indicator here, the one with you guys know about this one, guys. By the way, I mean, the link is in the description below if you still want it. This actually signaled for you to buy in at $2.54 with the flag, right? And it still has not given you a sell signal just yet. So, I mean, this thing got you to buy at $2.54 and we went up as high as $3.40, guys. So far, this indicator is giving you a massive advantage. Now, I'm not getting the sell signal just yet, but if I see the sell signal here from this buy-in, right, that was around the 231, and it gave you the sell here at around 245, this actually did pop up here pretty aggressively until price action started kind of negating this continuation to the upside. It kind of got a little bearish for it too quickly, right? And you can see that the red started printing, and then it gave you this this sell signal. So the fail-safe is actually the red section. It's already giving you a warning of potential selling, right? So that's kind of what's happening here, right? The only difference is that you have a very dark hue of red in between here, and in this case, you actually have a green hue of red, a green hue instead of the red. So if it counts for anything, then you know it might actually be a bullish presence here instead of this iteration here, right? Because not all of them would give you such a drastic sell signal, right? Because this one here, yeah, you sold off here early, right? From a tiny little buy signal, right? This was a tiny little scalp, and then this thing sold off, and then eventually, you know, gave you this signal right here to buy. You kind of sold up here, and then this one, right? This was the massive prepared one, huge buy, and still hasn't given you that sell signal just yet. So I'm a little curious over what's going on. Now, if it is a sell signal, then I would be immediately kind of poised to look at this from the 30-minute time frame, right? So the 30-minute time frame is printing a sell signal here. Now, if I take you back to the 3-hour time frame and kind of give you here a little bit of a different perspective, right? We're just going to go ahead and close off the momentum channels indicator. In fact, we can just use another chart entirely, right, guys? So I'm going to show you this right here because it could be something that it could, you know, I guess it could show us a little bit of pressure towards you know, potential downside, right? But I'm not sure about it because it could. These are two different psychological formations, okay? Think about it with me, okay? Let's do this right now and see if we can evaluate these signals all together, right, guys? So this is definitely one of them right about here, right? So let me go ahead and get this trend line and see if we can't get ourselves some type of confluence here with the connecting dots, right? So just around like this, right? We have actually a head and shoulders formation, right? So we're going to use this little head here. This is going to be that's going to be your shoulder on the left. This would be your head on the top, right, center area, and this would be your right hand shoulder, right? So if this is if it counts for anything, this would be a bearish formation, right? Just for the immediate short term. We're talking a 3-hour time frame, guys. This would be just an opportunity to pick up some more bulls, and this would be a downside which gives us a target of about 292, which is confluent to this zone here. Now, if you see all these bars right here, guys, check it out. Huge resistance right here until we finally broke out. Then we use this bar here to come back and test, and then we continue to the upside, right? So that tells you here that we have a point of inflection, right? That could be a point of control. So let's go ahead and kind of identify that zone just about like this. I would say, you know, this area here, right? I want to see if we can get the most confluent touches, which could be just like that, and that would actually kind of give you here that overall support bound in the event where we did come back down and kind of load up a bit here before continuing to the upside, right, guys? So this is the kind of like the I mean, honestly, I would think this is the best thing that could happen to the asset, right? Because we could definitely pick up some more bulls here and then take this thing up even higher, right, guys? Always an opportunity for somebody to buy a little bit cheaper, as that's what everybody kind of wants, right? Everybody's saying, man, did I miss it? Did I miss it, right? Everybody's upset that didn't catch quite the entry. They didn't lever in as hard as they wanted to. This could be a nice opportunity to get some more bulls in line here. Now, okay, so fair enough, right? We got this thesis. So let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and group this drawing here, and we're gonna call it. You know what? We're gonna just retitle this, and let's see if we can call this the bear thesis, right? So this is the bear thesis. We're gonna go over now the bull case. Okay, so this is bear thesis, and what we do now is actually just get rid of it like this, right? And now continue our analysis. So now the bull case. Okay, guys, this is now going back to the algorithm here, right? That we have the momentum channels, which, by the way, again, guys, it's still available for you as an individual indicator, buy sell indicator, right? That's still part of the end of year blowout, right, guys? So make sure to pick up your copy here and start observing here some buy sell signals from my personal strategy. Okay, guys. So now if we can go ahead and now look at the bi-hourly, the hourly time frame. So the hourly time frame is actually giving us a buy signal here after we had this sell off, right, guys? So this was let's see, the hourly time frame did give us a pretty nice buy-in, man. Look at that, right down there at $2.45. This thing continues and continues. It goes red here, no sell signal, up, and up. Red here, no sell signal, right? Up, and up, red here, no sell signal, and finally start consolidating, and it gives us the sell signal right up here, guys, for 334 from 245 bottom. That is a massive play from momentum channels here. Now it's actually giving us a buy signal again, but it's invalidating it right now. So I'm not sure if it's even sure that it wants to give us the buy or the sell just yet. Okay, guys, so if that's the case, let's go more granular, right? So the 30-minute time frame is giving us that little bit of a sell signal. So is the buy hourly, but I got to show you this, right? So if we go in to the 6-hour time frame, which is going to be over in 1 hour and 50 minutes, look at this. This actually gave us the buy signal down here at 232. And this is not even red at all. So this is still suggesting continuation to the upside. And even though this came down to the initial entry, it still maintained that buy signal from here. So we're still at a buy signal and still continuing to the upside, which now makes me want to come back into the other chart to observe this. Okay, guys. So if we're kind of building a bull thesis around this, well, let's find it, right? Let's find it. See if we can find a couple reasons. I actually do have a few, maybe. So if we can use this area here as you know what, let's not use this chart. Let's come back to the one where we had the bear case, right? Let's use this one here. So if we have a breakout happening, I guess we can see it like this, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I think it would be better for us to just find that maybe it's like a pennant of sorts, right? I guess it could be. Let me see here, guys. If we can, if we can attach ourselves to one of these time, maybe even the bi-hourly time. Yeah, I guess the bi-hourly time frame could kind of do it here. So it would be something like this, right? Check it out. This is your bull pennant. So and it's very much in line here with a potential breakout zone. I will say that I would honestly prefer this thing to start breaking out a little bit, a little bit earlier back here. But to its fairness, it's we're not going to break out until everyone's ready, right? So that's it's okay for things to do that, but it is technically still in a pretty. It's still kind of poised here for an upside move, and it's still very much converging within the price with the declining volume. That's all very bullish for the asset. Okay, guys. So if we do get a bottom side, I do expect this to kind of reach a bottom area of around 320 to just about that 315. This 315 area is important for us to maintain on top. If we don't maintain that, guys, there could be continuation to the downside here, specifically into the zone of about 304, maybe down into the areas of about 302, right around there, right? Bounce to the upside, validate some resistances, and continue to the downside here into that 289, maybe 284 zone that we looked at before, right? So let's go ahead and now measure the opportunities here, because remember, this is a bullish formation, but that doesn't mean take a seat, baby. Take a seat. Sit down, honey. It doesn't mean that we are going to continue towards the upside. It's guys, I'm going to have to just go ahead and get rid of this for now, right? This guy's playing with his Legos. All right, so he's my 5-year-old, guys. He's always behind me chilling, right? It doesn't mean that we're going to go up or down, guys. It's just this is honestly it is a bullish formation, right? It's a bullish formation, a pennant. Now, it's a little confusing because of this line here, right? This horizontal line feels like it would be straight across. And if it were straight across, that would be a right angled triangle at the top of a trend. That's actually a reversal formation. But I got to tell you that it's still actually angled, right? So all of these details do matter. So if it is angled, that means that we actually could be poised for an upside, right? So let's just say that the next bi-hourly candle would be the one to break out of. It could even be this one here. Who knows? Let's just say that this would be the one, though, right? So we're going to go ahead and take our measurements here from these from the triangle, right? One at the breakout zone, one at the middle of the triangle, and one at the largest point of the triangle, right? So just about here. Let's apply them right at that breakout zone, and this one as well, right? We're going to get those price objectives, right? So here we go. This is going to be that third one. There you go, right? So let's go ahead and put the receipts down onto this as well. So just like this here, this, and this guy's scrambling around his Legos like crazy. All right, so that is currently what I'm observing here as a potential upside bound, right, guys? Now, if you have been around here with me, you already kind of know those targets to the upside. We have been talking about some targets like that to the upside here for quite a bit, right? Specifically here, right, 344, 340s, and now we're coming up kind of like with that that same thing, right? Still kind of within the same realm of targets. Okay, so now if we I guess, you know, the downside targets would be the same thing, right? It would be the same way, just inversely. But I got to tell you that usually when we sit above a formation or a newly converted resistance into a support, you know, if we're sitting on here and supporting, that usually does give us a pretty nice bull case for continuing to that upside. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at volatility versus momentum in the immediate short term, right? So this is going to be your 30-minute time frame. I guess we can start from a 15-minute because that 10-minute is giving us a little bit of an upside push as we speak, and that's going to be over in about 4 minutes. So if we have upside on a 10-minute time frame, if this ends red, that's not going to continue as an upside bias. Actually, there we go, guys. So yeah, it would be the 5-minute time frame continuation to the downside. That gives us a little bit of downside on the 10-minute. The 15-minute time frame is still kind of deciding whether it's going to do it or not. I do see still some downside to go on this. 30-minute time frame is actually giving us that full-on signal to the downside. Hourly time frame is not so strong. Notice how everything is contracting with downside. That means that there is no sell-side conviction. Okay, guys, 2-hour time frame contracting and downside. So 3-hour time frame would actually still have us some downside as well. Let's see, 4-hour time frame downside. We have a 6-hour, 8-hour, and 12-hour downside, and now the daily is giving us some downside as well. Okay, so I do think that we're getting closer to a potential area in opportunity to get ourselves along this asset. We have just about 2 days worth of ATR for downside from the open of the buy daily bar, which is right about here at 324, right? So from 324, we have about a 28 to 29 cent average true range. So from 28 to 29 would be it's giving us about a 295. It's giving us about a 295 target, and we already kind of know those targets, guys, right? So 295 is the bottom side that we can experience here, some supports, and you kind of already have seen them, right? they're listed right over here. It's still the same play, guys. You know what? It's here they are, right? It's just the only thing is I needed to put the 50% right up in here. There we go. So still within this realm here, and of course we have the bottom area of around 280. I would say 284 to 291 is such a zone that we could, that's emergency downside, right? To where we really would be at inflection, and the bulls have to take control. But to me, you guys, this is actually just this is the play where we were kind of consolidating here, making that same convergence that we're making in an immediate short term. This is that same bull pennant breakout, right? We're breaking out of this area here, so now we naturally come back down, validate it, continue on to the upside. And if you're unfamiliar to what this is, then I guess I could show you something interesting here too, right, guys? So here I go again, right, giving you the long ass video at 15 minutes, man. If you are here at 15 minutes, type in that fucking all the way again, team. I appreciate you so much for being here, man. I gotta tell you, right? I gotta tell you man, I love you guys so much, and I see every comment that you put up in there, man. Really appreciate you guys. Okay, so and by the way, all right, guys, the winners have been announced for the master's course, so please make sure to reply to that email and we'll go ahead and get you started, right, guys? So, and if you did not get the email, guys, it's okay, but for the chance to win the ARC master's course, the mentorship for beginners and for beginners, right, charting and trading, go ahead and still reach out to me, guys, and we'll go ahead and try to figure out a way to get you into the course, right, as it's starting here. It already started, actually. We have just orientation week moving, right? So ArcMastersCourse@gmail, guys. Make sure to get in there right away. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the continuation here, guys, because, yeah, I would say 2 days of downside, right? The next day, so that would be the bull case. So it's okay. But if this did play for the downside because it would be, a right angle triangle, then this is kind of what I think is happening, okay? We're going to inverse this play. So it would be down to here as a breakout potential. This one too, right? We'll put it right about here because that will be the center bound of the target of the triangle, right? And this one as well, we'll put it just about here to match the entries of all these. So now the targets to the downside would be given to us like this. Well, what do you freaking know, right? What do you know? It is 295. Right? Then the second target would be just about that 303, and we're talking about a 304, right, guys? And then this one right about here, giving us about a 309. Guys, these targets are absolutely confluent to everything that we talked about, right? So we're getting the 295 here steady, and that would be your bi-daily time frame ATR low, and you're actually getting it right in here. Take a look at this. Data cells, this is data cells, right? Which is available to you when you join the the trading team, the private trading team in Discord. So right in here, current ATR low by daily time frame at $2.95, and we are catching a confluent signal here from the formation breakdown too. Guys, I think we should just be cautiously bullish from this point. Let's make sure to capture every opportunity that we can here for a continuation to the upside. But trust me when I say these areas here would just be validating a support before continuation. That's all it really is, guys. And you know what? I guess a quick little bonus here for those who are still watching. I want to show you something interesting too. So notice here that we have this this is interesting, because if you guys have been watching my videos here for a while, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about, right, guys? So you know what? In fact, I can't even do it like that. So let me get rid of all the drawings, right? So remember, guys, this is this is going to be your stage 1, stage 2, and potentially stage 3 right up in here, right? Okay. So if we're talking about a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, then you guys would potentially remember something that we kind of did here a while back, right? So this would be specific to the monthly time frame on XRP, and you know what? We actually don't have it drawn here, but it's okay. It's okay, completely okay. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all these drawings here and just take a look at this, right, guys? So we're gonna go back into log scale right up in here. Good stuff. Okay, so this would be that stage 1, right? Stage 2, stage 3 triangle, right? Breakout to the upside, huge 7,000% move to the upside, continuing into a huge other move to the upside, right? Okay, so we have stage 1, stage 2, and we also have that stage 3 right down here, and an explosion explosion, right? Huge 800% move to the upside. We have stage 1 here, stage 2, and of course that stage 3 bottom, and then freaking this thing explodes over there, guys, after some consolidation, just like every single time that happened, right? So it's interesting that we're getting that. Now, if you did catch the stage 1, 2, and 3 on this consolidation and burst, that's interesting because also you can look at it as stage 1, 2, and 3 downside burst. This is one huge iteration of this one here. So in other words, this is about 2,632 days worth of price action. Divide that in half would be 1,316 days of price action from the from this bottom side to this area right about here, right, guys? Actually, you know what? We have to extend it just a little bit, right about to this point. Where, come on, man! It would be right about here, around here, guys. So that this would be your 37 bars, equivalent to 34 bars. It would 42 bars, maybe it could have been. Yeah, right around there. So we have around 1,100 days, right? So this is kind of like your division by 2. So if you put this over here, you see here that this is also split before it bursts out, and then if you put this over here, you also see that it's the same length before it bursts, right? So this is what I'm talking about. It's happening in miniature versions. Now look at this, stage 1, 2, right? We're about to create that 3 right now. Consolidation, burst. So this is interesting that's happening. But wait, look at this, right? Check this out. Look at this. Stage 1, 2, right? We have that 3, consolidation and burst. Guys, come on, man. Nobody's going to bring it to you like this, team. You know the ARCa Bulls right here. Make sure to hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to really pop off, man. So I got to say, guys, I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and reach out to me. You already know where I am. So also, please make sure to remember to sign up to the ARC Masters course, guys. Learn how to trade the financial markets. I got you, man. I got you. It's going to be all good. Okay, team, I love you very much, and we shall speak very soon. All right. Peace, team. Peace, and peace. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell on Monday, Tuesday. Adios.